Hello boys and girls, my name is Miss Anderson and hello to all the mummies and daddies and families that I've been writing to. I really hope that you're all safe and well and I've been thinking about you loads. I'm going to be part of a team that will be looking after you when you come to join us in August. We're all really looking forward to having you. It's going to be a little bit different, but it's going to still be lovely. And we're going to make sure you get lots of tender love and care and that you have a great start to school. That's our number one priority, that you're happy and that you're settled, because once you get off to that really good start with us, you're going to have a great time at Mount Florida Primary School. We'll make sure of it. Mummies and daddies and grandpas and grannies, whoever looks after you, is probably thinking how they can help you in this little run up before starting school. Well, the first thing I'm going to say is I hope that you are putting first your happiness and your well-being, and that you're having fun together, because children who are having fun are most probably learning. And that's what we actually look for in our nursery and our primary one. Are the children looking happy and settled? And if they are, then they're probably learning. Now, I think it's quite hard at this point in lockdown for mummies and daddies, because it's been quite a long time that they've had you at home and they're not probably used to that, because they get little gaps when you're away at nursery and when you come back. And they get little gaps maybe when they're out at work or when they're visiting friends. And it's harder when you're seeing each other all the time to kind of not get stuck in a rut a wee bit. So getting out for walks is a great way to encourage learning and for you to have loads of chances for things to talk about. Talking about what you can see, things you can hear, things you can smell. You might be spotting the birds on the walk or the cars. You might be spotting the yellow cars, the blue cars that you can see. You might be picking up little objects that you find, maybe it's pine cones or twigs, and making shapes with them. You might be spotting squirrels, or maybe you're spotting dogs out in your walk. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing, just do these things, because these things are learning opportunities and chances for you to talk and learn in a very relaxed way. So have lots of fun together. The other little thing I'm going to tell you about today is the ways that you could be learning through stories, because that's one of the main ways you're going to be learning when you come to school to us in August. Now, you might not have any books at home. You might have a few books, you might have lots of books. There are also books online on websites that your mummies and daddies can access, and I gave a note of websites for that in the little booklet that I sent. I'm going to give you examples. It doesn't mean you need those books, but it gives you an idea of what might be in some of the books that you've got at home that you could encourage. And you might already do these things, but it's just so that you know the kind of things that books can offer for learning opportunities. So the first thing I'm going to show you is rhyming words. Rhyming words are really important because they help to build children's understanding of different sounds and then how those sounds might look on paper. So actually, if I know how to spell duck and I hear truck, oh, I might have a wee go at writing truck because I know how to write duck, and that sounds the same at the end. So that's right, we've got duck in the truck. And you know, this duck's not a very fortunate duck, because he unfortunately hits a big rock. The rock struck the truck, and this is the muck where the truck becomes stuck. Did you get it? Because actually, if I've read this a few times with boys and girls, I'd be wanting them to tell me what that last word did, that rhyming word, and then we can just start to talk about all the words in the story that rhyme. Another really good one for that is oi cat. There are loads of different rhyming words in oi cat. There are cats that sit on gnats, there are dogs that sit on logs, armadillos that sit on pillows, and chicks that sit on bricks. How much fun is there to be had with these rhyming words, and actually without even drawing the children's attention to the fact these words are rhyming words. They're learning, they're hearing that and they're repeating it over and over again. So actually, if you find yourself reading the same storybook over and over and over and over again, that's a great thing. It's not just about how many stories a child reads, it's actually about how much in depth, so that they're almost telling the story themselves. They come to own those words and they've got all that vocabulary at their fingertips. I know the boys and girls at Mount Florida Nursery class know who this little cute dog is. Harry McClary, of course it is, and he's off on a caterwaul caper. Now, loads of rhyming words in Harry McClary. I'm going to tell you my favourite character. This gorgeous doggy here, Muffin McClay, because when I wake up in the morning, my hair's a little bit like a bundle of hay, which is exactly what his hair's like. And in the Muffin McClay passage here, Muffin McClay was having a bath in the old wooden tub at the side of the path. You got it? You've got lots of rhyming words there, but Muffin McClay, caterwaul caper. You've got alliteration. You've got words with sounds that are repeated at the start. And that, for emphasis, is also great when we're teaching the sounds to children, because then they can start to become super sound spotters. And there's a lovely example of alliteration in superworm. Superworm. And we might emphasise that sound for boys and girls so they can really hear it. Another one of my favourite pages is this one, because there's loads to spot. Do you do lots of that when you're reading? Do you do lots of spotting of the different things in the page? The spider and the superworm and the snails. There's lots of s sounds here. Brother snails and sister slugs. So you can see that there's lots of opportunities to hear that sound and lots of opportunities for emphasis when we're reading. We don't want to be flat. We want to really bring the language and bring it to life. And I'm sure you do lots of that in lots of different funny voices when you're reading. Do you like this? Do you like this character? Have you seen this one? Super Tato. So for example, when I'm reading Super Tato, I might talk to the boys and girls about this sound here that's right on his special belt, the sound. So this is a great book for spotting that sound. But there's also loads of other good chat in this storybook about Evil P and about all the adventures that happen in the story. And that's really important to children. Just talk to you about what happens in the beginning and the middle and the end of the story. So traditional stories like the Billy Goat's Gruff, with really strong characters like the mean troll that's trying to get something to eat. Well, is he mean or is he just really hungry? So you can talk to the boys and girls about the characters and about the different things that happen in the beginning of the story, in the middle, and then what happens at the end. And the last one I'm going to show you today, really focusing on language through stories, because I'll do another little video about maths through stories, is You Choose. This is a very well-worn book in my house. It's probably had this book for a very, very, very long time. There's not many words in You Choose, but I tell you what, look at all the detail and all the drawings. There's so much discussion you can have here, so much to talk about. And really, that's what I'm going to end this little video by saying. The best gift that I think we can give children at the moment, and certainly when they come into school at first, is to listen to what they have to say, to really tune in to how they're feeling, tune into what they need from you in that moment. And see, by doing that, you'll build their confidence, you'll build their self-worth, and they come to us in August that little bit more confident, because they know they've got adults that love them and that want the best for them. So if you can see they're starting to get a bit antsy, get the shoes on and get out for your walk. Tune into where your children are. And you know what, if you want to just kick back and put a movie on or put a programme on, sitting side by side and talking about that and tuning into what they're really interested in is just, it's really where the magic happens, because that's when the flow of conversation happens. And the two of you are together, or I'm sure there'll be maybe more in the house. You're together and you're just enjoying being around each other. We're going to make sure that your children are really well looked after and are listened to, because I'm sure they'll have lots to tell us once they settle in and they're feeling well in themselves at school. So I hope this finds you really well. I'm going to do another little video similar, just talking about exploring maths through stories and different little activities that you can do. But in the meantime, you keep safe. I'll be in touch very soon about arrangements for you to come up and visit the school. And I'll also be in touch very soon about buddies, because what we're hoping to do is match the buddies up to the days that the children will be in, so that your buddy boys and girls will be there when you're also there, because we're not all going to be in every single day. Okay, so take care, and I will be in touch very soon. And have a lovely weekend.